On my visit to Nigeria in May, I decided I was going to create a flower garden in front of the office. I used AI to create, I took a picture of this tree in front of the
Thank you, Abu.
farmhouse and asked AI to basically turn into like I gave the description of what I wanted to look like. And this is what it came up with. And so now let's see how the transformation is going to look like. And this is the start of it. One of the staff, Abu, helping me to clear the space, gave the instruction, and also got involved a little bit also, but mostly the staff helped out a lot, and then everyone else, a few other also joined in, and we started literally like just in an
So
afternoon, and then
around the ring
within
circle, we're now
two
applying
3 hours, we
manual
managed to
and
get a
turning the
lot done.
soil to mix it. So we're using goat's manure to turn the soil.
Then we decided to apply more goat's manure and mix it with the soil so that the flowers or the seeds that we're about to plant will be able to grow much faster and just enrich the soil. At this point, I decided to enjoy a nice vantage view. As you can see, it's coming out really nicely.
Very good. Otin, your dear. Okay. Entrance still on.
I really love this old school technique of using the stick and the rope tied to the main tree in the middle, really to use that to measure out almost a perfect circle around the flower garden. Next, we cut some small pegs that we then inserted into the ground all the way around to help us to really form the shape, both from measuring where we want to drop this flower seeds and as well as how we want to form the boundary, which you'll later see in the videos.
Ó kàn fi sílẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀.
Next, we sat down to pretty much distribute the seeds, the flower seeds, into different sections so that we can know exactly how to spread it out. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the staff, how diligent, and they took it very, very passionate and quite serious in terms of making sure. I mean, those flower seeds are actually quite tiny and very small, but they were paying serious attention to this. And the young boy that you can see right there on the farm is one of our staff's son who they live on the farm and also goes to school, and that's really important for us at Mooshi Farm. And this is what it was trying to look like. Once we were finished, we've planted all the flower seeds, and also we've also added a barrier all around it. Then we went out to start to get some sawdust to start to shape the part of the design in the middle.
So we're just going to get this sawdust.
It was actually quite an experience where we had to go to outside the farm. I think we drove about 5 minutes out of the farm to find where to find the sawdust, and then we had to pack it ourselves. Though I can't remember how much we paid for it. Now, actually, when we bought this sawdust, before we poured it onto the flower garden in front of the office, so what we did is actually to lay some further foundation to the middle of the just around the tree to make sure that we're not going to have different grass or anything growing through the sawdust. So this is the making of those laying on the groundwork that we did. As you can observe from the background, whilst we were laying the tarpaulin down, we were also, just before we start applying the sawdust, we're already starting to wet the flower seed that we've already planted around around the section that around the tree that we've just planted.
Spread them, Abu. Ọmọ kí mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkan pé kò lè.
And at this point, we made a big boo-boo. Well, blessing it, because I did mention that the sawdust that we had bought
Put that one
is
for me, dude.
nowhere enough to actually cover the surface that we want to pour it in. So what we later did, we went back again. I think a day or two later, we went back to go and get some much more. Then we finished the day off by making sure we have netting around the whole garden. This is to stop the chickens from going into the middle, eating up the flower seeds, because they were so tiny and we needed to give them a week or two to actually germinate. To be honest with you, at this point, I was expecting maybe the flowers will not grow for at least maybe 2-3 weeks, but I was surprised literally within 2-3 days, they were already growing. So all the foundation setup, design was done in late May. So now by 24th of June, I was already out of the country then. And this is now the contracted staff laying down the edges, the bricks that we needed to start to take the next shape of the design that we want. So what you can see here now is literally what the flowers are starting to look like 4 weeks later.
Okay.
I think it's looking quite beautiful. Now, fast forward to 22nd of July, you can see Blessing going around the flower garden. This is now what it looks like as of 22nd of July, 2026. It's taking shape really well. The flowers are starting to blossom. So what we also actually later did uh, uh, in July is we also bought some already grown, slightly small flowers that have already grown, not flower seed this time, uh, on the motorway, on Abeokuta Road, and we've planted that to join in between, just a few, to mix it up a bit. And next, you will now be seeing what it now looks like as of August, like in the middle of August now, 2026. As you can see, we've also now painted the paving using the farm branding theme color of yellow and green, all the way all around the flower garden on Mooshi Farm. And I hope you've really enjoyed our journey and watching our process of designing this. If you have, please feel free to share the video and also follow us on our social media and like our post. Thank you very much. I just absolutely love how the flowers are blossoming. The color are so astounding and so beautiful. And if you love to come on a tour and experience some of the things that we have on the farm, there's quite a number of different things that we're doing on the farm. And even this flower garden in itself, it's an ongoing project. It's going to get better and better with lots of improvement that we have planned. We also have our Saturday Tech Farm School. We have pineapple up for sale. We have citruses up for sale. We also have livestock on the farm. And then many other things that we have. We also have a treasure hunt activity that's also uh, taking place very soon. And also we have farm tours.